You don't need $500,000 to get into trawler life. In fact, $100,000 is still enough to get you on the water if you know where to look. But here's the part most people don't realize. At this price, you're not buying a dream boat, you're buying an opportunity. These boats are older, sometimes 30, 40, even 50 years old. They've had multiple owners. They've been used, modified, and sometimes neglected. But if you approach it the right way, they can still take you a long way and give you a lifestyle most people never actually experience. In this video, I'm breaking down 5 trawlers I'd seriously consider at this price point. These aren't perfect boats. They're real-world options. Boats people actually live on, travel on, and figure out over time. And that's the key. You're not buying perfection, you're buying something you can grow into. Before we get into the boats, there's something important to understand. At $100,000, you're not buying a new boat. You're buying something that already has history, and that means condition matters more than brand. 2 identical boats can feel completely different depending on how they were maintained. One might be clean, updated, and ready to go. The other might look fine at first, but hide expensive problems underneath. So instead of chasing the perfect boat, focus on finding a solid one. Strong structure, a good engine, and clean systems. Everything else can be improved over time. Paint, upholstery, electronics, all of that is fixable. Structural issues and neglected systems are where things get expensive fast. If I had $100,000 and wanted something simple and reliable, the Mainship 34 would be one of my first choices. This boat is everywhere for a reason. It just works. Most of them come with a single diesel engine, which keeps things simple. Lower fuel burn, fewer systems, and easier maintenance. That alone makes ownership much less stressful, especially if you're new to boats. You're not going fast here. Around 7 to 8 knots is where this boat feels right. But that's exactly what trawler life is about. Slow, efficient cruising where you're not chasing speed, you're enjoying the process. Inside, it's surprisingly open for its size, with good visibility, a practical layout, and a comfortable forward cabin that actually works for real use. Many also have a lower helm, which is a big advantage in bad weather. You're not stuck outside in wind, rain, or cold. Over time, that becomes one of those features you don't want to give up. Handling is easy and forgiving, even if you don't have much experience. It's a boat that builds confidence instead of stressing you out. Will it be perfect at this price? No. You'll likely deal with older systems, cosmetic wear, and small issues. But if the structure and engine are good, it's a very smart buy. Another thing to keep in mind is how these boats have been used. Some were weekend boats, others were lived on full time, and that makes a big difference. A well-used but properly maintained boat is often better than one that just sat for years. Pay attention to wiring, plumbing, and fuel systems. At this age, those details matter more than the name on the hull. Now the Marine Trader 34 takes a different approach. This one is all about space. This is where you start getting a real liveaboard feel without spending a fortune. The double cabin layout is the key feature. You get 2 separate living areas, which makes life on board much easier day to day. The aft cabin feels more like a small bedroom than a typical boat cabin. That extra space and separation matter more than people expect, especially if you're living on board or sharing the boat with someone. Many of these boats also come with 2 heads, which adds another level of comfort that you don't always get in this size range. Performance is simple and slow, around 7 knots, steady and relaxed. This is not a fast boat, it's a lifestyle boat. You're not trying to get somewhere quickly, you're settling into the rhythm of being on the water. Build quality can vary, so inspection is important. Some are well built and maintained, others need work. But for the price, you get a lot of usable space, and that's what really matters for long-term living. If your goal is comfort and livability over performance, this is one of the best options you'll find in this budget. Next up is the CHB 34. This is one of the most common entry-level trawlers out there, and for good reason. It's simple, traditional, and predictable. Single diesel engine, slow cruising, and efficient operation. Exactly what a classic trawler should be. Inside, it's basic but usable. Not luxury, but comfortable enough for extended time on board. You get a functional layout, decent storage, and that classic wood interior that a lot of people associate with traditional trawlers. You're not buying this boat for style, you're buying it because it works. It's straightforward, easy to understand, and doesn't try to be anything it's not. Condition matters a lot here since build quality varied depending on where it was built. Some are solid, others may need attention. If you find a well-maintained example though, it's a very honest and practical boat. This is a great option if you want something simple, affordable, and easy to learn on without overcomplicating things. Now, if you want something that feels a bit more refined, take a look at the Albin 36. This boat feels like a step up, more balanced, more comfortable, and a bit more modern overall. It still fits into this budget if you're patient, but it gives you a noticeably different experience. Many of them come with twin engines, which makes docking much easier and gives you more control, especially in the tight marinas. That alone can make a big difference in how confident you feel operating the boat. The ride also feels more stable compared to some of the simpler boats in this range. Inside, you get a better layout and more usable space. It starts to feel more like a small home than just a basic cruiser. There's more comfort, more functionality, and a bit more attention to detail. It's still not perfect at this price, but it's definitely more polished. If you want something practical but a bit more refined, this is a strong option. And finally, if you want something that feels more serious, take a look at the Kadey-Krogen 36. This is a true cruising boat, built for efficiency, range, and stability. It's designed for people who actually want to travel, not just sit in a marina. It's slow, usually around 6 to 8 knots, but extremely capable. Everything about it is designed with purpose. It's not flashy, but it's built to go far safely and comfortably. The hull design gives it a stable, predictable feel, especially in rougher conditions. Most come with a single diesel engine, which keeps things simple and efficient. Inside, it's not huge, but very practical. Storage is well thought out. Systems are accessible, and the layout is designed for real use. This is not a boat for showing off. It's a boat for people who actually want to cruise. At this price, condition is everything, but if you find a good one, it's one of the most capable options in this entire range. Now, stepping back from the individual boats, there's something even more important: expectations. At this price level, every boat is a compromise. Some give you more space, others give you simplicity, and some give you capability, but none of them give you everything. And that's completely normal. The key is understanding what matters most to you. Are you planning to live on it full time, travel long distances, or just use it occasionally? That decision should guide everything. Another thing people underestimate is how much condition affects the real cost. Two boats can have the same price tag, but one might need thousands in repairs, while the other is ready to go. That's why inspections and surveys are so important. What you don't see can cost you far more than what you do. But this is also where opportunity exists. If you're willing to look carefully and maybe put in some work, you can find something really solid. You're not buying perfection, you're buying potential. The truth is, $100,000 won't get you a perfect trawler, but it can absolutely get you a real one. Each of these boats offers something different, and the right one depends entirely on your priorities. Take your time, look at as many boats as you can, and focus on condition above everything else. The right boat is out there, and when you find it, you'll know. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and let me know which one you'd actually choose.